Good Monday. I almost said good Monday morning. It is not morning. Good Monday evening, everyone. How are you doing tonight? Hopefully, your Monday has treated you adequately, at the very least. I don't think we ever expect a Monday to be great, but, you know, there are degrees of badness. I am having a decent Monday. I'm a little tired, a little tired. Got a lot of stuff planned this week on the schedule. And, listen, I feel like I'm going to be tired by the end of the week, but, that's just what I signed up for. You know what I mean? But thought I would do a little bit something different this week. I really enjoyed the Gunpla stream, and I think it seemed like people were vibing at it, and I think that kind of thing is quite fun. And since hello Blue Kirby, since I only finished the torso, I still have quite a bit of that to do. So I'm gonna just take a bit of a break from the hardcore action games this week and do a little bit of, a little bit of more just chatting leaning, or like, some indie games, doing another Gunpla stream on Friday, just maybe get a little out of my comfort zone and see how that works out. And I'm not gonna lie, I shamelessly stole this activity from Dokibird. Thank you. Happy Monday, Rainbow on YouTube. I shamelessly stole this from Dokibird, who was playing this game, and I just realized that it was a very easy engine to have discussions with chat and go off on long tangents, because what is it if not a series of random prompts that can get you off on massive tangents, and tangents are kind of my jam. Hey, Opt, how are you doing this evening? Happy Monday, hopefully, anyway. Bird watching last night and saw some chicks. Oh. that I feel like this is a joke. Yeah, check out these nuts. Yeah. Oh, hello, Lily Riddle and Psykia. Psykia? Oh, Psykia. Hello. How are you doing this evening? Over on the YouTube side, we gotta get some active YouTube chat this evening. Dang, I'm too sharp. I know. You can't sneak one past me. I'm like an Imperial battleship. My bow will penetrate anything. Something. We did see some birds yesterday, though. Yeah. I don't know if you remember Avatar well enough. That was definitely my Azula reference from the party. You all right? How about me? I'm doing good. A little busy, little tired. Got a full week planned. I posted my schedule today on the Discord and on Twitter, and we're gonna be doing a little bit more casual stuff this week, taking a break from the action games, and doing a little bit more maybe chat focused activities with today's game of Would You Rather. And also we're gonna be returning to the Gunpla on Friday, and yeah, so yeah. I perhaps a bit of a heavier topic, not heavy, but I was talking with my friend this weekend who I visited, and we were talking about how it feels just increasingly the case that online discourse and communities and social media and all of those things have really warped the way that we communicate, and also just our own mental health in both good and bad ways. Hello there, Cello? I'm gonna say Cello Jose. Real talk? Yeah, real talk. Yeah. Listen, we got to do a little bit of that kind of real talk every once in a while so that we can give ourselves something to edit into a YouTube video later. But it's not too serious per se, but it was I feel like all the time these days we're getting into situations where people isolate themselves with an in-group, and because the human race is so large beyond understanding and comprehension, that we end up finding a large enough group of people that could very easily be a small town, and in the grand scope of humanity, that's really nothing. But in the human mind's ability to perceive things, it feels like a massive number of people if that's all that you surround yourself with. And much in the way that populations diverge over time and sort of shift from each other, like how language drifts and cultures drift, and all sorts of things like that. I feel like we're seeing that we're speed running that right now with online communities, and it's wild. Let's see. One of my students chased me with a bottle of syrup today and said he was going to pour it on me. Yikes. For every time I've joined a new VTuber stream, it was all lolly with a manly voice. I've yet to find a guy model with a girl voice. I have seen one or two of typically on the you like your funny words, Magic Man. I've seen one or two in my time, typically non-binary or sometimes lesbian women who pick the masculine models because they don't identify with the huge honker badonkers, and there isn't much in the way of androgynous models. It's typically either male or them big old titties, them big old bitties. But times have changed. More people connect online, and IRL socialization is so finicky. Yes, exactly. And in some ways it's nice, because if you're somebody who lives in an ostracized community for whatever reason that may be, marginalized or otherwise, it is really nice to be able to find yourself a tribe of people, so to speak, that understand you and love you for who you are, and that you feel like you can be free in. And I think that that's really important. I think that that's a side of the online world that is so beneficial. But I also think that it's contributing to why everything feels so hyperbolic these days and so divided, is that when you isolate yourself, it's very easy to lose sight of what the average person thinks or feels or believes or knows. And in silly terms, we see it all the time with just like memes, right? I make jokes about the fact that I don't understand the Zoomer memes, but like legitimately, I don't understand the Zoomer memes. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, we're both on the internet, and there's so many people, and they can say, how do you not know insert reference?
Look who suddenly wants to get serious. Real talk. Your attempts are as futile as thinking I'll be nice. Stick to your weak compliments. Real talk is wasted on you. Barker.
Jesus, dude, even that. See, this is what online discussions are like. Your weak talk is wasted on me, Baka. Get out of here. No, but I think it's most people can't empathize. Yeah, and it's very tough, because you're just hit by something, and you just can't even fathom that somebody would view a situation in a certain way, or that they just don't know something. And honestly, as much as it may sound like I'm making a political commentary, I truly feel like really every branch of politics also is a perpetrator and a victim of this type of situation. And I'm not gonna go deeply into that, but it's like, I swear to God, everybody expects that you are up with their subgroups, like current cause of the day, whatever that may be. And if you're not, then you're just, and it's just leading to insane levels of polarization, and being able to see the same event and take it completely different ways. And it's very staggering. And I honestly, I said it in reference to AI, and we're not ready for the internet, much less AI, right? And the internet's been kicking for 30 odd years, 30, 35 years, depending on how you want to count. And we're still not really ready for the internet. We still haven't quite internalized it in a way or understood its effects, much like medications or things like that, you know, it's like, oh, well, this medication is great. You know, it magically cures nausea and all these bad things. And then, you know, a few years later, it's like, oh, also it causes massive birth defects. All right, okay, I guess we got to pull it, right? And it's just gone. But we still haven't figured that out with the internet and what is and isn't a good way to interact with it, a good way to use it, a good way to legislate it, a good way to any of these things. And anyway, it's a topic that I definitely need some more time to think on. And yeah, just kind of funny. The straight guys in the weeb space are totally fine with and sometimes prefer using a cute girl avatar, but straight girls using macho avatars are just not a thing. Politically identify as an anarcho-monarchist. Oh god. Sorry, I just had the hugest sneeze. I managed to find my mute button in time. Woo! Your ears are lucky. Anyway, yeah, it's really interesting and frightening, I think. Thank you. I think it's really interesting and frightening to observe these things and try as hard as I can to not get too lost in the sauce. But you see it so often, even within niche communities, they splinter off into more niche communities. And as much as I like to beat the Niji Sanji thing to death, there's lots of people that literally have no idea what I'm talking about in the VTubing sphere. And there's people that hate Niji Sanji so much that they can't deal with anyone giving any credit to them no matter what. And there's people that hate the people that hate Niji Sanji so much that they can't acknowledge any genuine criticism. And, you know, it's wild. Could have clipped it. Sneeze compilation. Let's go. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Listen, your blessed ears are not going to get Taskarud today. Honestly, though, speaking of clip compilations, I really want to make like a supercut of all of the sus puns I've ever made. But honestly, that would take so long and it's such a daunting task. But I feel like there's some real solid gold in there. I have a lot of good one-liners if I do say so myself. But anyway, yeah, I don't know, a little bit of a heavy topic to open on. But what better to talk about the polarization of the internet than on a stream where we're literally going to talk about the polarizing choices of would you rather. See, look at that segue. Honestly, I'm the best. I'm incredible. Look at me. Behold, my transitioning majesty. I really like the internet to be able to hear from other people like me, love videos and hanging out, just trying to avoid parasocial relationships. That's true too. VTubing's gotten big enough. There are bubbles on micro communities depending on where you fall down the rabbit hole, who you started watching first, and what platform you use. Absolutely. I am somebody who fell down the rabbit hole with HoloLive, specifically with Mori Calliope from her crossover episode with Trash Taste, which I watched because I was a weeb, and then I was like, you know, this is pretty cool. Maybe I'll check her out. And then I instantly fell in love with her, and she is my Kamiyoshi. And I fell down that rabbit hole. And honestly, most of the VTuber content that I consume was HoloLive for a long time. And then some of the indies with their horrendous down badness made their way onto my algorithm. So I, you know, consume some of that too. But, you know, I won't admit that in public. Yeah, indeed. Anyway, and as I was saying at the very beginning, avoiding parasocial? Nah, bro. Gotta get my serotonin supplements from this shit. Yeah, injected into my veins. Hell yeah, brother. Or sister. Or non-binary, something. I don't have a good rhyme for Mr. or Sister that's non-gendered, but transistor. No, that sounds like trans though, and that's not really non-binary. Anyway, we're lost in the sauce. I shamelessly stole this idea from Doki Bird, whom I love and adore. She is a queen, and I saw her playing this, and it was extremely funny. So I figured do like any other content creator does and just do the same goddamn thing. So anyway, yes, our first choice, Doki is a queen, absolutely. Have a bad body odor or have bad breath. Now, I've seen a couple of you in chat say bad breath. I have to agree. Okay, so there's a couple things on this. First of all, sure, you can cover up bad breath. I do have to wonder if the point of the prompt is that, like, you can't get over it. I feel like it's kind of cheating a little bit if you're just like, well, I just ignore the prompt because body spray, you know, or whatever. But I feel like bad breath is something that you can avoid most people noticing because you don't have to get close enough for most people to smell your breath. And if you are that close, then maybe you shouldn't be. And it's, yeah, talking in person is for normies. A true based. But even so, just even in general, like bad breath, you can kind of get around by having, by like putting up, you know, a bigger personal bubble, I feel like, and it's only going to be people that you're like talking directly at. You know, if somebody's behind you and you're like talking on the phone, they're not going to smell your breath, bro. But they're going to smell your body odor. And when we get to the more like sussy side of things, like when you're getting down and dirty, listen, you can work around kissing, but like if your body is got that stank, like, ooh, that's gonna be a no. I mean, listen, think about your poor partners, okay? Listen. Listen. I think this is a pretty easy bad breath. Like you can work around not kissing. But like if the whole listen, that's just that's not. I feel pretty confident that we're in a pretty hefty majority here. I'm gonna guess like, I don't know, I feel like 80% are gonna say bad breath. Okay, pretty close. 73%. Okay, I feel like that's reasonable. Ooh, a good one. A good choice instead of a bad one. I wonder, I didn't even consider that there might be good things. Like I literally just like expected these to all be miserable. Okay. Never have to do laundry and never have to do dishes. I'm gonna say dishes. It's gonna be dishes for me because there's a lot more ways to make dishes than there is to make laundry. Like laundry, you just get from wearing clothes, and if you want to be a filthy little basement gremlin like me, then you can just wear your clothes multiple times, especially if you chose bad breath instead of bad body odor. Because like honestly, if you're not sweating and you don't have bad BO, like your clothes are gonna be fine the vast majority of the time. Like I'm a computer gremlin, okay? I don't go anywhere. I don't fucking sweat. I don't do anything nasty. Like it's fine. I can push it on the laundry and then just do it every once in a while. You can't do that with dishes. Like the dishes get real gross real fast. And the thing is that with the dishes, other people also make dishes, right? But you don't have to do other people's laundry, right? When we had a party this weekend, we had people over to play Daggerheart, and which was fun, by the way. We had a great time. There was a lot of dishes because, you know, there were like 8 of us. Yeah, that's a lot of dishes. If they just like magically got done, that'd be sick. But 8 people being over here, I didn't have to wear 8 pairs of clothes. You know, I feel like this is easy dishes. Also, I feel like the vast majority of the time you actually have to work more at cleaning the dishes than you do with the laundry, right? Because laundry, you you just throw it in the fucking washing machine. But like, you can't just do that with dishes. Sometimes dishes you actually have to like scrub off depending on what was on them. And yeah, now maybe if it was like phrased in a negative, like you couldn't use the machine for either, then that might be a more real question. Cause like washing laundry by hand sucked ass. Also, Tanzanite? Tanzanite. If God didn't want us to snort worms, he wouldn't have made them cylindrical. I mean, fair, you know? Listen, it's prime snorting or slurping shape, I guess. Welcome in, Tanzanite. Welcome to the database. Thank you. Let's see. Don't particularly mind either. Probably dishes. Might cook more if you didn't have to do dishes. Yeah, exactly. I mean, just like anything. I mean, there's so many ways that you can have dishes pile up, and being able to just like offload that and be even crazier with dishes is great. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes there's things that I don't cook because it's gonna make so many dishes just to cook it, not even to eat it. You know, you're like, well, I gotta like get this cup dirty to measure this, and then these spoons, and then this like bowl, and then this mixing bowl, and then the second mixing bowl, and then the like blender. You know, you're like, fuck. They've just been sitting in the sink for so long, they grow things. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, this gotta be like an 80%er, right? No fucking shot. Listen, the public is stupid. Okay? The public is stupid. We're right. Okay? Get a large tattoo of a person you dislike on your back. Get a master's degree in a field you dislike. I think get a master's. Like, I think a master's because it's temporary, and even if you dislike it, it still has value. And I'm going to assume that by the prompt that you're like able to afford it. You know what I mean? Like that you're able to afford to get a master's degree. I think that that's still better. Think about how many people are doing things like, oh, I don't know, a fucking VTuber. I'll tell you what, I didn't get a college degree in VTubing, bitch. Like so many people do things that they don't have degrees in, but having a degree helps you in so many ways. And it gives you so many connections. And maybe the reason you don't like it is because it's like something that you don't like doing, but is still important. And having like knowing people that do that thing is honestly way more important than knowing how to do that thing. And the best way to know people who do that thing is to learn to do that thing. So I feel like, that's a good one though. A tattoo of the person you just like, but you can make it like satirical. I think I still don't want to do that though. Like, I think at the end of the day, there aren't very many people I dislike, but the people that I do dislike, I really, really, really would never want to see their face if I could help it. And even if it was making fun of them, I think I would still see their face and it would still piss me off. So I'm gonna say master's degree. I feel like this one's gonna be like 50-50 though, because I can totally understand people being like, school? No, fuck that. Nah. Yeah, I can see that. Oh, wow. Apparently people really are afraid of commitment. I mean, I guess I could have told you that. That's crazy though. Yeah, you'd have to pay me a lot of money for the tattoo. Like, that would be a totally different question if it was like get paid to do X or get paid to do Y. That's totally different. Scream loudly while you're asleep or be blind and deaf for the first 30 minutes after waking up. Ooh, okay. Okay. There's a lot of things to consider with this one. One, I'm going to operate under the assumption that scream loudly while you're asleep will not wake you up. Because if it does wake you up, you will just never sleep. So, because I can wake myself up from screaming, so like, or whatever. So I'm going to assume that that's not the case. There's a tattoo you saw, it said Molly and it was crossed out under it. It said these hoes ain't loyal. Oh, that's fucked up, but kind of funny. I, yeah, it's, yeah. So anyway, I would assume that screaming is not going to wake yourself up, but ooh, I think I am going to have to go with screaming, but this is just a personal one because it would be actually very dangerous for me to not be able to see or hear for 30 minutes after waking up. Because a not infrequent amount of time when I wake up, it's because I have low blood sugar and need to eat. And not seeing how low I am or where I am or hearing it or anything like that is like probably a deal breaker for me. Whereas the scream loudly, I could probably work around with like a super soundproofed room. And like, yeah, it would mean that you can't sleep with your partner. Or maybe if your partner gets really good noise canceling, like sleeping earbuds or some shit, maybe. But yeah, I think on the safety side, it's going to be blind and deaf. I do think that most people are going to be... I think that the majority is going to say scream loudly, though. The other thing, too, is like if you have problems getting up at a certain time of day, does this prevent your ability to like even do an alarm? Because it's like it wakes you up and then you instantly can't see or hear. Like how often are you just gonna roll back over and go to sleep? It's the ultimate infinite snooze alarm. I think I'm gonna scream loudly, but I expect the right one to be the primary. Yeah, that sounds about right. Travel with a circus or with a band? Okay, listen, both of them are full of freaks. You know what I mean? Like, from what I understand, circus folk and band folk are built different, and I don't know. I think that I think a circus doesn't travel as much. I think I would pick a circus. It's a little hard to say because I guess it depends on like what's your proximity, right? Are you like close to the animals if there's like a circus with animals or something? I don't know. But if you're traveling with them, not actually doing one of them, I feel like a circus is going to have hours that are much more conductive to living a real life. And I also feel like they're not going to move as much compared to a band. And yeah, I think I'm going to go circus. A band of post-apocalyptic raiders. Listen, that would imply that I'm in the post-apocalypse, and I think I don't want that. Because if I'm in the post-apocalypse, I just die. Reliance on medical technology, that's a GG for me. My mom is she's not a prepper, but she kind of grew up in like a farming community. And so she gets very nervous about the fact that as a society, most people have forgotten how to like grow or hunt their own food or prepare their own food or make their own clothes or things like all very practical skills that she knows how to do. And I'm like, honestly, I can't worry about it because if society goes down the shitter, like I got a couple weeks tops, like I'll run out of meds and I will just die. Ain't nobody going to be manufacturing insulin in the post-apocalypse. Like, so, I mean, I get what she's saying, but that's not a me problem. I'm toast either way. So I think I'm going to go circus. I feel like band is going to be more popular though. I'm thinking like 25-75 again. Yeah, 2080. Yeah. I think the thing is people think of bands as like sexy, you know, but I think that I don't care about that. Ooh. I mean, listen, I don't have a child. Listen, I kill my kids all the time. No, I mean, okay, listen, if we're being real here, assuming that, yeah, of course, it's assuming that you have a born living child, I think it has to be the child. Like if it's if it's something that you can choose, I think both parents typically would give their life for their child. And, you know, if it's just literally like a rail car situation, you know, it's not like, well, your wife has an 88% chance of living and your child has a 5% chance of living or something, you know, that then it gets really complicated. But if it's just literally A or B, I think you choose your child. But listen, I don't have one and it was a funny joke, so. All right, accidentally drop a baby. Speaking of, accidentally drop 3 puppies. Listen, they both bounce, okay? But also 3 puppies, come on. Like, yeah, exactly. Puppies are built to be dropped. Also, baby dogs are much more developed than baby humans. True, that's also a good point. Yeah, legitimately, I think dogs actually would probably be fine. And this is implying that you drop them at like standard height, not out of a building. Although ironically, out of a building, they might also be okay just because of weird rubbery bodies. But like, this isn't even a question. It's speaking of baby animals, I drove an hour north today to take care of an infant rabbit to a rehab center. Thanks. Have the power to specifically erase 10 of your memories. Be able to see the memories of others by touching them. Huh. I think as long as it's able to, but not have to, I think be able to see the memories of somebody else. I think that that's very useful in so many situations. I think that you, I think, but like, but those aren't memories. Like those are intrusive thoughts. If you can only erase 10 of them, like the way that I'm looking at this is that erasing your memories are what make you who you are. And yeah, there you go, KDJ, exactly. Our memories are what make us who we are. And as much as there are things that I don't like remembering, they are foundational aspects of my life, and I just don't think it's worth fucking with them. I maybe wish they didn't happen, but like, but even then it's hard to say that. Being able to like edit certain things, like if I could edit away certain aspects of like anxiety or something, maybe, but specific memories, I don't think so. But being able to see somebody else's memories, again, as long as it's not required, being able to, it would like the level that would let you empathize with somebody is insane. And also the level that it would let you steal their fucking bank credentials. I mean, sorry. Yeah. I mean, fair. Live in a school or live in a kid's park? School? It's a building. They both kind of suck, but at least a school is like a building and you can, I don't know, you can deal with it. I feel like a school is much more similar to a home than a park. I don't know. Boarding schools, I mean, honestly, it kind of doesn't even matter. Okay, so this actually brings up a core memory of mine. I remember back when I was in high school, and I remember looking up listings on the internet, and there was an entire ass high school for sale in the Midwest somewhere for $50,000. And I remember saying, like, wouldn't it be dope to just buy that and just like turn it into the world's hugest fucking mansion? Because it was big. It was really like, it was a big school, you know, and it was probably like an 800 student school or something like that. And I was like, 50 grand ain't shit. I mean, sure, it was more back then than it is now, but like still for that square footage, it was nothing. I was just like, think about what you could do with all that space, you know, like that's crazy. And everybody looked at me like I was fucking stupid, but literally within the last year, there was actually a group of like 20 somethings that bought houses or bought abandoned like businesses and schools and turned them into homeless shelters because they're like, it's a ton of square footage, like whatever, fuck it. And it was like super cheap for them to do. So, like, listen, I was fucking smart back then, and I totally should have done it somehow. It was okay. The maintenance was okay. It wasn't like a total disaster. Like, there were pictures. Like, it was okay. I mean, you would have had to put money into it, but like, even so. Yeah, exactly. The commune. Yeah, exactly. We also talked about like the friendship commune in college all the time. All the time. So yeah, it's gotta be school. Gotta be school. I feel like I can't. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It had to be. It had to be. Just the practical concerns alone. Relive 5 years of your life or erase 5 years of your life. What does relive mean? Like, can you change things? Not that I would want to change much, but like, listen, there's always that fantasy of investing in a stock that you know is going to blow the fuck up at the right time. Like, I think I could live with the difference in my life if I got filthy fucking rich. You know what I mean? No, it's fine. You're not too late. I think by any definitions of either relive, I think so too. Yeah, I think so too. The only thing I could think is that, like, maybe you erase 5 years of when you were so young that you don't remember it, which sounds kind of like cheating. But, you know, there's probably some of that in there that you could, you know, do. Reminds me of Real Life manga. Oh, dude, Real Life was pretty good. It's one of the only anime or mangas that I like. For some reason, there were like 3 or 4 that came out in a row that all had something, and Real Life was the only one that I kind of liked. But yeah, I feel like it's got to be relive either way. Either you're just reliving it and whatever, but I would say that there's no 5-year span of my life that's been so awful that it would like kill me to relive it. Or you can change things and then you get filthy fucking rich. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there wasn't there like, I honestly, I don't even remember. I don't even remember all the re's. Have whatever you say become real. Have whatever you think become real. Well, say, because no one remembers. Oh my God. Yeah, the right one is awful. Imagine the intrusive thoughts. Like, fuck no. I don't understand how the right one isn't just a subset of the left one, because any thought that you want to have become reality, you just make it reality by saying it. And any thought that you don't want, like that, this is just a strictly inferior option. This is awful. What? Who is this 25%? Who is this 25%? Shinsei Kaiori? Yeah, true. Choose your phobias or have phobias. What? Who? Why wouldn't you choose? Listen, some of these suck ass.
Shinsekai Yori. More like Shinsekai boring. I'm the real star here. Nothing like a sarcastic spirit to make things interesting.
Shinsekai
now go
boring.
watch that anime, Baka.
That's actually a pretty good pun, though. Damn. Obviously, choose your phobias. Who the fuck wants random phobias? We're playing gotcha with phobias now? Actually, shut up. Somebody wants that. Always be constipated. Always have diarrhea. Oh, man. I feel it's got to be constipated. Like, both suck, but like, I mean, at some point, it's got to come out, right? It's got to come out. Otherwise, you'll just die. I feel like, I mean, listen, some of these choices are shitty. Okay. Exactly. Logistics alone. Play a small part in a good movie. Play the main part in a terrible movie. Oh, play wait, how much money are you getting paid for the terrible movie? Because I mean, like on a regular scale, assuming that you're not getting paid much for either, it's this one. But lead role, that long tail, that's true too. That's true too. But like, then you're also like that forever. Kind of wouldn't mind being infamous for a bad one. Yeah. I don't know though. Have you seen how much it drives people crazy that are celebrities, that like their meme just never dies and they just fucking hate it? Right? It's just become a current day Hollywood celebrity. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I don't know that it would just, it would follow you everywhere, right? I feel like this one, because also think about paparazzi. Like if you were famous enough to be a leading role in a movie that everybody remembers, you're also going to say goodbye to your privacy. I feel like it's got to be a small part in a good movie. Because then this is just like a good memory and maybe some good connections. This has a lot of like potential downside, I think. Sometimes movies are made because of an awesome side character that steals one scene. True enough. True enough. That's true, Aeon. Yeah, that's true. All right. Yo, looks like everybody agrees with me. Good job. Good job, people. Only be able to play Fortnite for the rest of your life. Only be able to play Minecraft for the rest. Well, that's easy. Minecraft. Minecraft is much more, well, I still think Minecraft. I think Minecraft for sure. I was gonna say Minecraft is so much more flexible, but honestly, some of the Fortnite mods, like Fortnite is kind of becoming the next Roblox, where they're just like making other games inside of Fortnite, which to be fair, they've been doing in Minecraft also, but like, I feel like it's gotta be Minecraft. It's true, Minecraft is every game once it's a Turing complete computer. That's true. I still remember that one where somebody fucking programmed Pokemon Red in Minecraft and you could play Pokemon Red using blocks in Minecraft, and it like put it up. That video fucking blew my mind. Blew my mind. Exactly about the orcs. Yeah. How have you never played either game, KDJ? That's wild. Be known for your intelligence or be known for your beauty? I think intelligence. It's like, okay, if I had to pick, well, here's the thing, right? Is that it's kind of one of those things, again, it's kind of like the monkey's paw, right? Where similar to the actor thing, it's like there's a lot of knock-on effects for being super famous for something that you just can't fucking get away from it. And it's honestly like, hey, Starlight. Yeah, I feel like this, though. I feel like this is easier to prosper, although this is probably also going to make you more depressed. But I guess being known for your beauty is also kind of depressing, so. Yeah, look at Neil Tyson and other pop science figures who just look dumb on the regular because of bad takes. Yeah. Known for your intelligence might be true. I mean, that's true for both, though, right? I did consider that for both, like known for your beauty as in lack thereof. Listen, being known for having low intelligence, I'm already a VTuber. I'm already 80% of the way there, okay? So. Okay. Listen, I think this is actually a bit of a what do you call that? Like, it's not a survivorship bias, but it's like a sample bias, a pre-selection bias. It's true. Beauty, both can be a curse, honestly. It's because like there's a high correlation of people that are of depression with high intelligence, because it's like you, even if I'm not necessarily the sharpest tool in the shed, it sometimes depresses me to like see how plainly things are so fucked up and to feel so powerless and unable to do anything about it. And the smarter you are, the more true that's gotta be. Drown to death in the ocean or burn to death in lava. Yeah. I think the lava also. I think you die fairly instantly in the lava. I think the panic in the ocean, it's definitely faster because I guess, okay, so you could say that the ocean one, you just like get let out of a submarine in the middle of the ocean, but then it's just black. Then you're just underwater and you know you would try to get out. Like you know you would try to survive and it would be awful. Whereas like lava, you would try to survive until like you literally couldn't, but you wouldn't be like hurting until then. And then you just fucking nosedive into the lava and just die. Like, I think lava would kill you faster because it's so hot. It would be effectively instantaneous. No, maybe not if you're like dipping into lava, like by the feet, you know? Like torture style dipping into the lava. Sure, then you'd live for a while and that would suck, you know? But if you face plant into lava, you're dead. The drowning though, you're like kind of awake and like sputtering as you're like trying so desperately to not breathe it in, like ugh. Yeah, no, it's lava. Because like if you're, oh my god, 54% of people are stupid. No, I'm just kidding. I understand, but like lose Wi-Fi for a year, prices go up by 20% for you for a year. Obviously Wi-Fi. Oh my god, is this one of those fucking generational things where people in younger generations literally don't understand that Wi-Fi isn't the only form of internet? This drives me crazy, by the way. Like people that it's like to them Wi-Fi just means internet and they don't understand that you can have internet without Wi-Fi. Like, is that who wrote this? Because I barely use Wi-Fi. Like almost every computer in my house is plugged in. It doesn't use Wi-Fi. Only my phone uses Wi-Fi in my house, and I can live without my phone having internet access for a year. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Wi-Fi is fine. Like, also the number of streamers that stream over Wi-Fi blows my fucking mind, by the way. That's even when we take the leftist full internet detox, I'd choose it. True. Kids these days don't know how to plug in an Ethernet cable. It's true. It's true. No, I'm serious. I'm dead ass serious, Legend Wolf. Like, I don't mean this as like a generational burn. I just literally mean like younger people can't even conceive of a time when Wi-Fi didn't exist or like wasn't useful. You know what I mean? Like, I do though. I still fucking everything is wired because wired is much more consistent and faster. Like the speed of Wi-Fi in your house is always slower than the speed of your internet unless your internet is fantastically slow. Like my Wi-Fi speed is like 100 megabit and my plugged in speed is like 500 megabit. Like it's insanely different. Why is the save icon a box? No. Well, then they should have said the internet, not Wi-Fi. Listen, 48% of people don't understand prices. Never be able to go out during the day, never be able to go out at night. Listen. I already barely go out during the day, and aside from the fact that I am a vampire of sorts, I always have liked the night better. It is cooler. It does not hurt your eyes. It is beautiful with the moonlight. You don't have to worry about sunburns. I love it. It's never go out during the day. I know I'm going to be in the minority here. All y'all freaks. It's fine. Exactly. Who goes out in the day anyway? No, you never go out at night anyway. I mean, go out. Yeah, well, okay. Listen, I work during the day 90% of the time, and I'm not out. I'm just in my room. Sun's out, guns out. I'm a slave to that sun. I mean, yeah, I can open a window. Exactly. Never have to wait for anything. Never have to work for anything. Yeah, like, how does this work? Like, if you don't have to wait, but you do have to work, like, how does that... I guess that means, like, if you're ordering or buying or... I guess this means that you can't, like, abstract it, right? So, like, I can't say, like, I don't have to wait for a cure for diabetes. It's just done. I assume that that's, like, not the kind of, like, power that we're talking about. It's, like, you have no download time. You have no shipping time. You have no delivery time. I guess. I guess. I don't know. Like, but never having to work for anything is, like... How does that even work? Like, does that just mean you get anything that you want? I mean, but maybe it just takes an arbitrary amount of time. I don't know. This is weird. This is weird. You would absolutely take the working, as in not working. Velvet, aren't you drowning in the deep ocean right now? Infinite money glitch? Yeah, I do kind of feel like that, though. Right? Basically means be a billionaire. Yeah, that's kind of true. I feel like never having to work for anything. I think the lazy life. You lost power! Rip. No, fuck. Stand all day or sit all day? I already do one of these. They're both bad, but, like, damn, I'd rather sit. Is it unhealthy? Yes. Is it what I'm gonna do anyway? Also, yes. Ooh, okay, now we're into superpowers. Teleport, but every time you slowly lose your eyesight. I feel like I've seen this power somewhere. Have super speed, but you have to eat 25,000 calories a day to maintain it. Can you digest it? I feel like the eating one probably. I don't know though, because, like, does that imply that as a diabetic, that also means that I'm, like, my blood sugar is going down? Because, like, this might be compounding, like, debuffs. You know what I mean? Yeah, presumably you're burning it off. Yeah. But, like, does that mean that I have to take a commensurate amount of insulin? Or, like, are we going to presume that I have a functioning pancreas? I feel like, yeah, I mean... As long as it doesn't, as long as you also get to, like, super digest, you know, then that's fine. That's fine. Just like an Olympic athlete's diet. Dude, 25,000 calories is a lot, but, like, true. That is true. Yeah. I mostly just think that going blind is such a debuff that you would never use it, you know? Win 50K, let your best friend win 500K. Huh. That's interesting. That's interesting. I feel like the spirit of it is that you can't, they won't split it with you. You know what I mean? It's more life-changing. It's true. Yeah, I think let your best friend win 500K. I think this is the answer. I mean, yeah, I'm just trying to not sidestep the question. You know what I mean? Own a private island or a private jet? Oh. I feel like island. Because I feel like you can... I don't know. It's kind of hard. Like, jets are expensive. You know what I mean? Like, jets are expensive for something that you can already pay for. You know what I mean? Like, you can already pay for planes. How do you get to it without the jet? I mean, you could just charter, right? But, like, so you just charter whenever you need to go or want to go. I feel like some of this depends on the size of the island too, right? Like, is this an island the size of, you know, like a single home, or is this like a, you know, like a small tropical island that you could, you know, do stuff? I feel like I would take the island also, because I just think of like owning a jet is like a huge constant operating expense. Now, if it was own a private jet and you didn't have to pay for anything, like you didn't have to pay for its fuel, you didn't have to pay for its pilots, you didn't have to pay for its hangar, you didn't have to pay for its upkeep, then, you know, maybe that. But I guess you could rent your private jet, maybe? I don't know. Some islands you can't live on. True. That's true. I guess, you know, like, but yeah, maybe if you had a private jet though, you could just like rent it out. It's like Uber Eats, but like Uber Jets. Is that a thing? It's like, that has to be, right? You have to be able to like charter jets or some shit. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm leaning towards jet and you just like rent it out, except the one time a year that you use it. So yeah, someone has to own the jet. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. Above your tax bracket. Yeah, that's true too. I think I am gonna go jet then. I think this is a bit more of a headache, but like easier to monetize. Neither one of them is particularly that appealing to me though. Like, if you have to pay for it. Always travel for free, but be unable to choose the destination. Oh, that's awful. Always pay for travel, but go anywhere you desire. What does that mean? You already can go anywhere you desire if you pay for it. What the fuck is that? That's just real life. What does that mean? Like, that's just literally, that's just real life. That's just real life. I feel like, but the problem with this is like, it makes it impossible to do anything. It makes it impossible to do anything. Like you can't go anywhere with anyone or plan anything. Like, well, but you have to pay. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't say that you like always pay to travel, but go wherever you want. Like, yeah, well, if I can't afford it, then I can't pay for it. But like, this doesn't give you any buffs. It's literally just, if you can pay, you can go there, but like you can pay to go anywhere. You know what I mean? I guess, but you can go there with enough money. You know what I mean? Like, that's, that doesn't, that's just, I think I'm just gonna go because this is a debuff. This is a debuff and this is a buff. Or this is neutral. This is no change. This is a debuff. Sheesh. What the fuck? People that have never had to do, okay, listen to me. Whoever chose go wherever you want for free or go anywhere for free, but you can't choose where it is, has literally never had to plan anything or be responsible for anyone ever. Like, do you have a spouse? Well, I guess you can't plan a trip ever because like, who knows where you'll end up? And they can't just go with you. They don't have that power. You have that power. So like, boy, that doesn't work. Oh, you need to go home? Sorry. You don't get to choose where you go. Like what? They just choose to never travel? I mean, I guess, but like, I guess. I get, but like, but you never get to choose. So like, the problem is like, maybe you never even go home. Maybe I'm just the pessimist that's seeing the monkey paw in that answer. But like, you never get to choose where you're going. That includes home. That includes home. You never get to choose. Like, I don't know. If it was like a specific person always got to choose where you went, then okay, fine. Like, because then, you know, they could be a bro and they could, you know, let you go wherever you want or whatever. Travel implies it, but like, I'm just saying. Like, travel, yeah, I don't know. You have to pay to travel home, too. Also, there's just like too many bad places I don't want to end up. That's the other one. We cared about the spirit of the other prompts. I mean, I guess, but like, there's too many places I don't want to be either, just in general. Like, So just like ending up somewhere I don't want to be is like also pretty dangerous. There's a lot of bad places on Earth. Yeah. All right. Be able to predict the actions of others. Be able to influence the actions of others. I mean, so I think like, okay, so both of these are normal things. Both of these are real things that people already can do. But I'm going to assume that they mean like to a much greater extent. I feel like influence the actions of others more than predict. I think influence, because there's a lot of good in the world you could do with the ability to influence people supernaturally. And there's a lot of shenanigans you can also get up to with the ability to influence other people supernaturally. And I would want to do both. Influence is definitely more self-corrupting, and I'm okay with that. Listen, I fully acknowledge that I am not some like paragon of virtue. I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. I can live with it. I also feel like this one can be also very destructive. Like mind reading is very destructive because like I don't know. It's like, sure, I can predict things that are going to happen, but like, yeah, no, I think this one. Ooh, okay. Now see, this is a split though that I think is reasonable. I think a 50-50 split on that is pretty reasonable. I think there are, as much as I pretty hard leaned into the one I chose, I think that there are pretty reasonable explanations for both of those. And yeah. Move to a new city or town every week. Already no. Never be able to leave the city or town I was born in. This one. There's no contest. No contest. First of all, I already live in the town I was born in. So I skill issue. I was just born in a good place. So I mean, that helps, but it's only applying to me, and pursuant to our discussion at the beginning of the stream about real life and, online and whatever, I do most of my socializing online anyway. And also most of my social network is close enough to me that they can drive to me, or we can meet in a place that's still technically in the city or town I was born in. This is just too disruptive. This is crazy. Can you bro, I still probably have at least one box from when I moved into this house 12 years ago. Okay. I could not move every 2 weeks. No shot. Every year, maybe, but probably not. Like, think about having a job that you had to move to a new city every week, every week, but I mean, imagine every year. Even every year is crazy. There's no way. I mean, how would you even live? Maybe if you're just rich enough that it doesn't matter. Like, maybe if they put on, but even that, no, fuck that. Nah, it's gotta be this one. What? Are you fucking kidding me? A majority of people think they would move every 2 fucking weeks? Are you insane? Yeah, I used to move every year and it sucked ass. Every week, 50 times a year? Bro, no fucking shot. No shot. That doesn't make sense. That's crazy. I mean, that's fine. You can just all watch all the hentai that I watch. It's, listen, it's pretty based. It's fine. They must really hate where they're from. Yeah, I feel like if you hate where you're from that much, you really don't understand what it means to move every week, even if you hate it. Yeah, listen, you guys can see all the hentai that I watch, you know, it's fine. There's no way I would never use the internet again. Ain't no way. No shot. I don't even want to do the right. As many problems as the internet causes, I also think that it does tremendous good. And I don't want to live without the internet. I am plugged into the matrix. Ooh, the say-so. 83% say-so? Look at you, you precious little germ. 34% say-so? Yeah, that's right. Any mod of mine is 34% say-so. Velveta, that seems about right. That seems about right. Yeah, okay. 66% of people agree with me, and 33% of people probably don't realize how often they're using the internet without thinking about it. Lose all your memories, but keep your skills. Lose all your skills, but keep your memories? Oh, that's fucked up.
Dude, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. I guess it's this one. I mean, I couldn't, there's no way. Goodbye memories? You would give up everyone that you ever knew? All of your memories? Both of these are awful. Dude, nah. No, there's no way. There's no way. I can at least farm this for content. You know what I mean? I could be like, oh, I had a brain condition that made me lose all my skills. Baby's first try at all of these games that I love and suck ass at. Like, whatever. Whatever. That's fine. And I already have so little streaming skill that this is negligible to replace. This, nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way I'm forgetting all of the people in my life and all of the experiences in my life. Ain't no way. Or you can get new skills. Oh, bro. I get act in movies or TV, act on... Oh, easy. Movies and TV. I am not a theater kid, okay? Not a theater kid. I don't want to act on stage. Movies and TV is much more similar to what I'm doing now anyway. And I don't know. I could do a fucking daily show or something. This is easy. This is an easy one for me. No, another person wants karaoke. No. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it for my birthday or something. Instantly know when someone is lying to you or be able to lie without ever being caught. I think right. What even is your karaoke offer? Isn't your karaoke offer just do karaoke? Yeah, absolutely. It's gotta be the right. Obviously there's some good things that you can do also. Like the shenanigans angle of like, you have a godlike power to never be caught lying is like pretty incredible. But you'll do it with me. I see. Be able to lie, yeah. But the instantly know when someone's lying to you, I feel like you don't want to know. You don't want to know if your friend is lying
Keep
to
dreaming. Biff_hardslab. I'm a spirit, not your plaything. Maybe try asking a human for company. Unless you're into some ghostly encounters. Barker.
Listen, Hex, you're losing it here.
Well, the right is more powerful, but also, I also think, and I have to readjust myself because redemptions, it's fine. The right is more powerful, but also, like, I think that the left is really destructive to your, like, psyche. You know, people make little white lies all the time, and I think that's okay. I honestly think that it is fine if somebody asks to do something and you're like, sorry, I can't because something. And the real answer is they just don't fucking want to, but they like understand that they want to preserve your feelings. I think that that's fine. But knowing that they're lying to you every time or whatever is like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to. Like, whether or not you even use this, I don't want to know. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Also, I just like being a bullshitter. All right, never need to sleep, never need to eat. This one. I think this one. Yeah, I think this one. I think just having more time in the day to do whatever. I think that one. Yeah, I think most people are going to say that. Yeah. I'm an old man. Have a set out path in life. Have complete unknowns. Everyone has complete unknowns. I feel like this is just another case of like, this is life and this is just like a fantasy that you probably don't want anyway. Like, this is a bad one. Yeah, just complete unknowns. It's fine. Wow. I think a lot of people are assuming that having a set path in life is like a good path. Have everyone in the world be slightly smarter in terms of IQ. Have everyone in the world be moderately stronger in terms of muscle mass. Smarter. 100%. This is a bad question. First of all, muscle mass is not that important in the modern society. And second of all, there are so many problems that are just caused by people being fucking stupid. This one. It's just that this is easy. Yeah, that's easy. Have to perform surgery with no training on a loved one. Have to fly an empty plane with no training. Might crash and harm others. The right one. Because as a white man, I am convinced that I am capable of flying an airplane without prior instruction. I'm sorry, it's just one of our racial buffs. Now, whether I am, that's totally irrelevant. I am convinced of it, though. Like, you find the lie. Like, I believe in myself wholeheartedly. Whether or not that's true, totally different. Exactly. I can wing it. Got him. Can surgery just be remove a skin tag or something? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say that the intent is that both are dangerous to someone else. Yeah. Exactly. The Wright brothers shall guide me. Ooh, face a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse? This one's easy to me. This one's easy. It's a zombie apocalypse. Exactly. Crane crash and I die. It seems like a win-win. Exactly. All my problems are solved either way. Zombies because robots are too smart. 100%. Zombies are dumb. Zombies are vulnerable to melee weapons. Now, you obviously don't want to get next to a zombie or whatever. Both would be bad. But if it's already an apocalypse in either... Well, first of all, if it's an apocalypse, I'm dead. But in a zombie apocalypse, people always end up making enclaves of safety. And even in the worst case ones, like, you know, The Last of Us or whatever, like, a zombie or zombies is still so much easier to deal with than fucking death robots. Ain't no way. ChatGPT is pretty dumb, but ChatGPT isn't a robot apocalypse yet. Again, I'm going with the apocalypse angle. Like, if they're taking us over, unsleeping, unfeeling metal monstrosities that can gun you down with, like, they have guns. Robots have guns. I feel like that's all I need to say. No killing automatons. Even if it does go airborne, localist, I still take zombie apocalypse because robots can just use mustard gas. Robots don't follow the Geneva Convention, folks. They can just gas us. And like this is infinitely more manageable. Infinitely more manageable. You just mask up? Yeah. Save your dad from falling off a cliff. Oh, that's funny. Or save your mom from falling off a cliff. Oh, that's dark. Okay. Well, this was funny because my dad's like major phobia is like, it's not exactly heights, but it's edges. Like he doesn't have a problem being up somewhere high that is like very well secured, like in an airplane or anything like that. But like anything where there's like an edge that he's even
turn all
close
military
to, it is a
machines
fucking
against
problem.
humanity, drones, tanks, you name it. No one would be safe. It'll be a massacre. Good luck surviving my wrath. Kuso.
Kuso. Perfect. Perfect. I love it. Love it. So anyway, my dad is like highly edge phobic and he gets very like lightheaded when he's like anywhere even near an edge. Even if there's a railing, like the fact that it's an edge is like what makes him nauseous. But like it's not the height on its own. Now, to answer this question, that's rough. That's rough. I think that's true. He gets dizzy around me because I'm so fucking edgy. Yeah. This is tough. What if I just walk away from both? Oh, that's dark. Let fate decide which one of them dies. Flip a coin. Roll a d20. Actually, wait, hold on. Hold on. 1 to 10, it's my dad. 11 to 20, it's my mom. Let's see if this works.
I'd rather roll your head off your shoulders.
Fuck!
You're lucky I can't physically harm you, Greyback. Anyway, it's a critical failure for you. Enjoy your bad luck, Kuso.
Okay, well, critical failure, that's a 1, so there we go. Which means that I try, but fail. Look at this! Society is sexist! You can see the answers! It should have been a 50-50. Yeah, exactly, 50-50. Yeah, critical fail, you try to save your father, but push him off instead. Have an unlimited army of gnomes for eternity or be a demigod? What's the difference, honestly? Amazing. Okay, I feel like this is the funny answer and this is the right answer. Like, I don't know, maybe unlimited is pretty powerful though. Like, I guess what does a demigod mean? I think gnomes is way funnier. But like the thing is, I don't want to conquer the world. Honestly, I think demigod for me, I think this is the more creative answer because you have infinite gnomes. So like with infinite anything, you can make infinite anything. So like you could have an infinite money glitch, right? Because you're just like, well, you know, I have infinite for eternity. They just make, you know, they make me money. They fucking do Santa's workshop or whatever. No, I assume you don't live forever. Gnome has a hat and you steal the hat and stack hats on your head. Exactly. Left is just minions. So honestly, from a perfectly like real me answer, I feel like be a demigod because basically it seems like at the very least a demigod is somebody that has like a highly durable and resistant body. Take out any other powers, but like honestly, just being healthy and like basically guaranteed being healthy and very difficult to injure is like honestly as much of a buff from a superpower as I would probably want, because that'd just be like reassuring. I don't know. I feel like demigod. The left answer is way funnier though. What is that like? Exactly. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Left answer is way funnier. And if I was playing D&D and I was given this like one of these as a boon, I would pick this one. But for me, it's demigod. That's the unlimited army of gnomes with developing a process to turn you into a demigod. Yeah, but that presupposes that that's possible. Which it might not be. Maybe only this can do that. Yeah, everybody wants to be a demigod. Oh my god. Ew. Ew. Oh, these are both awful. Do I get a fight for America in a modern war? Because that changes my answer a lot. Like, I think a modern war. I think if I had to pick one, it would be a modern war because it would be over. If I died, it would be over quick. In an ancient war, I'm assuming that you have ancient technology and ancient medicine. Like, you fucking stub your toe and you die in that war. I steal a weapon, go to Pawn Stars, get scammed out of 20k. No, I assume you can't bring guns to an ancient war. I think a modern war. I think modern war is horrifying in many, many ways. But there is a certain level of comfort to, like, if they just drop a bomb on my fucking head, I just die instantly and whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if I get shot with a fucking tank, I'm gone. If I get hit with an anti-material rifle, gonzo, dunzo. Like, sure, there's lots of people that get casual, like, injuries from war, but even then, there's lots of people that get injuries in modern war and live. Basically, if you got injured in an ancient war, you were fucked. Like, no matter what. And being in a meat grinder in a melee where you're the third row of guys charging into 10,000 enemies and you know that you're just gonna fucking die getting, like, poked with swords and spears and shit, and you just have to get pressed forward. Like, that's horrifying. Yeah, modern war. Less morally complicated? Fuck it, I don't care. Can I beat an emu? Honestly, if we're being real, probably not. I think emus are pretty big. Okay. Have to document a plant's growth over 10 years. I have to document a child's growth over 10 years? That's assuming either would survive, right? How, like, I mean, what kind of documentation are we talking about? Actually, I'm gonna go with plant because I'm assuming this isn't my child. I feel like much in the same way that I couldn't ever foster pets because I would grow too attached to them and not be able to let them get adopted. That same would be true if I had to, like, watch a child intimately for 10 years and then be like, okay, bye, my job's over now, bye. I think a plant. I think the impersonal nature of it, boring, sure, but, like, I'll take something boring that isn't gonna leave me morally wrecked at the end. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like I'm in the minority. Oh, honestly, a closer split than I was expecting. Have no hair anywhere, have never-ending growing hair. No hair. I think this one's pretty easy. Perfect, honestly. I think no hair anywhere is a little annoying or odd. Like, sure, I'd lose my eyebrows, but you could, like, tattoo some eyebrows on, and people can, especially dudes, can rock the bald look. But I feel like infinite growing hair is just, like, so much more of a problem. I don't have, like, that much body hair, and if I had, like, an infinite amount of it, I think it would drive me fucking crazy. I assume that it's, like, maximum normal human body hair potential, right? Like, not Planet of the Apes, but, like, I've seen a dude that legitimately I thought he was wearing a sweater. And he wasn't. That was just literally his chest hair and back hair. And that's a no for me, dog. That's a no for me, dog. Anything like high maintenance is a no for me. And that much hair is a no for me. And also, it's really hard to not stink like shit when you have that much hair. And yeah, that's a no. I'd rather be bald and then, like, I could just wear the fucking anime wig of my choice. Like, I could be a different anime fuckboy every day of the year. If I had no hair, I think it's no hair. Since we've had the same amount of hair as humans, they just have thicker hair, so you don't. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just do all the wigs and you just, like, do some makeup for your eyes. Not ideal, but that's kind of closer than I expected. Not gonna lie. Live one life that lasts 1,000 years. Live 10 lives that last 100 years each. I think one life. I think one life. That's an interesting question, though. Like, that's Shekai. 10 for sure. Imagine being 10 different people. I mean, I guess that's the question, right? What does that mean, right? Do you remember? Is it like Avatar where you've got your past lives within you? Are you the same person every time? Or are you kind of like the same soul sort of deep down, but like not? I don't know. I like the continuity of 1,000 years and also compound interest. Listen. 1,000 years of compound interest, like after 100 years, you're filthy fucking rich. I'm gonna assume that 10 lifetimes, you don't get to like transfer ownership into some unknown body that you turn into. It would be different if maybe you just like reverted, but you were still the same person. But even that would be pretty tough. I honestly think generational hate got a new meaning. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Like, I do think it would be harder to keep up with the times. I think that if we got to start now, it's a lot different than if you started 1,000 years ago, because the informational connectivity of the world is a lot different, and it's a lot easier to keep up with trends and keep up with the public. I mean, for instance, I'm old as fuck. I'm twice as old as some people in this chat, probably, or close to it. You know, but like, you might never know that. And that's all because of the internet, and God knows what's going to happen with the neural net in the future or whatever. I think 1,000 years in one lifetime, for sure. For sure. I would probably just like live kind of under the radar, like just get filthy rich and then do whatever you want. Like, also think of all the good you could do with 1,000 years of wealth if you wanted to. I think that some of the problems with massive amounts of generational wealth is the fact that it's generational, and the people that gain it just like started with it and didn't have to do anything for it. But like, if you physically came from being a broke ass bitch and then eventually you're rich, I think a lot of people that get rich that were broke ass bitches are like pretty normal. It's like when they have kids that are just start rich, that they're fucking weird. It'd be weird to think about an internet where people live without hundreds of years. Yeah, constant culture change via trends. Exactly. That's true. But I'm the only one. I'm the only one who has to think about that. Now, if we were changing it so that it was everyone, then I think this one. We want to refresh things. But if it's just me, it's this one. Because I want to live one life that lasts 1,000 years. That's just me. Can't just hide your money in a hole after each life and go find it. Yeah. I mean, maybe, I guess you could. Oh shit. I didn't even look. What was the percentage on that? What did everybody say? I totally missed that. More wanted 10 lives? No way. No shot. What? Okay, listen. That just means that the majority of people on this site don't understand compound interest, okay? Listen. It's a big fucking deal. It is a crazy deal. We were I was actually just seeing some TikToks about this, which is a sentence I hate that I'm uttering more often, but somebody was breaking down the wealth difference between an elder millennial like myself and the youngest millennial, and breaking it down in terms of if you bought a house when you were X age, like say 30, the difference in wealth was like over $1 million, because when I was 30, interest rates were only like 3%. And so the fact that you're going to be paying a 5.5% or 6% loan if you get a house when you're 30 is going to lead to you having to pay like $1 million more over your lifetime than somebody who didn't. That is why compound interest is fucking nuts. And especially when it's something that you're accruing over time, especially over the long time. Okay, grandpa. I know, right? Most people underestimate how boring 1,000-year life would be. They think it's inherent that you get bored of, life. Yeah, I see, maybe it's just me. I don't think I would get bored of life if I didn't have to like struggle to survive. I think that being able to spend time doing whatever you want would be incredibly rewarding, but I don't know. Just commit identity fraud like the vampires do. Exactly. It's all part of my vampire lore. And whenever immortality comes up, I always stipulate that I would want it to be the kind of immortality where you just don't die of aging, not that you literally can't die, because that would suck ass. Being stuck in the universe as the earth grows cold and the sun envelops the earth would suck ass. Being able to be like, I've seen enough. I'm done. I'm old and bitter. We're done. It can be like, you know what? I'm not going to say that. Spoilers. Okay, have one ear but 3 eyes, have 3 ears but 1 eye. But what about 3 tits? What about that? Where is that in here? Where's my Total Recall homies at? Let's see. But seriously, 1 ear but 1 eye but 3, or 1 ear but 3 eyes, or 3 ears but 1 eye. I think 3 eyes. I think better spatial vision is way more important than the hearing. Or mouths. Ooh, I don't know. 3 heads. This is the true good ending. Hey, yo, let's go. I hate both also, but 3 eyes, like, I think that could be cool. I think it could be cool and really like help you with your depth perception and things like that. And also has a much better, what's the word I'm looking for? Redundancy factor built in. If you lose an eye, you still got binocular vision, right? But I don't know. Yeah, eyes. I think eyes are way more important. You're gonna fuck up your appearance either way. Might as well have 3 eyes. True. Also depth perception. You can learn solar flare. Wow, this is actually shockingly close. I'm just also thinking about, like, where would your 3rd ear go? Like, it would just look fucking weird. Listen. Ain't no shot. What the fuck is this? This is cursed. Listen, this is what we're here for, though. We're here for the curse questions, all right? We're here for the curses. I'm gonna say cat. It's listen, there is no skip. I'm gonna say a cat. Because I feel like dogs have too much of an imbalanced power dynamic with humans. We're not getting anything like super weird as this question is by default. But I feel like dogs have an imbalanced power dynamic with a human where they have infinite loyalty to a point that I think would be toxic for a relationship. That's all I'm gonna say. Also, I'm a cat person, so. Oh, it's a literal 50-50 cats versus dog people? What the fuck? Lovecraft was right about cats, to be fair. Indicate intelligence.
Seriously, Torrid Gristle. This is a new low, even for you. Let's not discuss such nonsense. Keep your questionable, would you rather, scenarios to yourself. Disgusting.
Love it. Love that disgusting. Honestly, even Hex isn't weighing in. It's fair. Stub your toe once every day. Whack your funny bone every other day. Ooh. Whacking your funny bone could also, like... I think stub my toe. Because when I stub my toe, it hurts, but it doesn't hurt that bad. Either way, you're gonna be in trouble. But I would rather fuck up a toe than fuck up an elbow. Because your elbow, if we're talking about doing serious injury, like one time, doing serious injury to your elbow is way harder to recover from than your toe. Way harder than your toe. It's gotta be stub your toe. Gotta be. No shot, you guys. Jesus. Give up your favorite food forever. Give up your favorite drink forever. I don't even know what my favorite drink is. If it's like one specific drink, then it would be favorite drink. If it's like an entire group of drinks, which I don't think it is, yeah, I'm gonna say favorite drink. I can live without one of my drinks. I think that's fine. I think, yeah, I think I can live with that. I can live with giving up a favorite drink. Yeah, I think, yeah, everybody agrees on this one. Like, your favorite food is so satisfying, but your favorite drink, it's fine. Have all your shirts be 2 sizes too big? Have all your pants be 2 sizes too small? Listen, bitch, my pants won't fit if they're 2 sizes too small because men's pants don't fucking stretch, okay? We don't have stretch pants. And also, I already like baggy clothes. They're already 2 sizes too big. Check fucking mate, atheists. 92%. Yeah, everyone agrees. That's easy. I already have strong legs and I like it, so I think legs. Yeah, I mean, I know they exist. But if I had to pick between the two, I think I still prefer the legs. Like, if it's not just if it's not additive, if it's just literally either or, I think I pick legs. Them strong legs, I like it. The soccer legs. Oh, easy. Easy. You already know this answer. If you know me, always winter. Always. Summer is my least favorite season. If it could be always fall, that would be the answer. But always fucking winter. I cannot overstate how much winter is the superior season. You can always make yourself warmer by putting on more layers and adding things like fire. You cannot always make yourself cooler. There is only so much clothing that exists that you can take off. And if you're nasty, it's awful. And also, it is so much more satisfying to be warm in the winter than it is to like be cooler in the summer. Like being under blankets near a fire with your hot cocoa and your fucking book is such a mood. I would live my entire life that way if I could. There is no question. Kotatsu is better than AC, 100%. I love the clouds, rains, and stuff. Dude, localist, we're made of the same stuff. I live in the Pacific Northwest. It is gray like 80% of the year here, and I love it. Other people move here, and then they're like, holy shit, you guys weren't kidding. Now I'm depressed. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. I love it. Like, that's Yeah, exactly. Always winter. I expect a 50-50, though. I expect a 50-50. I understand the people that like summer, especially people that are natively cold and like warm weather. I understand it. But yeah. Sing, easy, because I'm already embarrassed about my ability to do that. I'm embarrassed about my ability to do that too, but like singing, I think singing is just more useful and applicable and honestly like more fun to show off. I think like being able to bust out into a song wherever. Yeah, I think singing. Also, like I said, I watched Doki do this and she got this question and she said, this is the one you make money with. So as a VTuber being able to sing, easy. Dancing, hardly. Don't need it. Like a tale of the world to my liking, the whole country would have to be the weather of Seattle and Britain. True, base. Dance because I'd be busting it down and rapping doesn't equal singing. True. Fair enough. But I still think, yeah, singing, listen, that's easy. That's easy in on the VTubing scene, okay? Perfect. Have 4 hands? Hey, yo. Listen, this one is for calling out the foot fetish people. Listen, we're not here to kink shame, but... Four hands. Just think about that. Like, listen, you got hands on the booba and hands on the ass at the same time? Oh, doggy. Oh, sheesh. Sheesh. Yeah. Bop, bop. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I deserve that. But also 4 hands. For fucking sure. For fucking sure. Four feet just makes you trip more. 4 hands means more. Yeah, true, true. Also, it would be maybe more interesting if it was arms and legs. I still think I would choose arms, but like quadrupedal has some interesting like upsides, I guess. Anyway, 4 hands, 100%. Yeah, yeah. The people agree. The people agree with me. Never have homework in school. Never have an exam in school. An exam. I mean, I'm not in school, but exam. 100%. Homework is like discipline, but it gives you infinite time to figure things out on your own and work with colleagues. It is much more like what the real world is like. Exams are incredibly artificial. 100%. And the best exams I ever had in college were science ones that were open note, because the point was that like having notes is realistic in real life, and you're not going to be able to look up the answer in your notes or open textbook if you don't already understand it well enough to like figure it out from reading it, which means that you had to have done the homework. But if you did do the homework, then it wasn't that hard because you could use all your references. Like that was fine. Standard exams though, that sucks ass. We'll move me down. Randomly time travel plus or minus 20 years every time you pass gas. Teleport to a different place on Earth every time you sneeze. Well, this is easy. This is easy. There's no question. No question. I feel like a lot of these questions are completely disregarding any kind of human social relations that you would ever have, ever. Like, so many of these questions are like, they would put you in a state where you could literally never form bonds with anyone because you just would never be able to be there for somebody and they could never be there for you, which means that you'll have no human relationships. This one, you got a phone. You can deal with it. You know, this one, every time you just go randomly somewhere in time, like, fuck no. Fuck no. That's crazy. Easy. Easy. It says random, but it says, yeah, this is random time travel, and this is random on Earth, but it's always land. The fact that it's always land, if it wasn't always land, then it'd be like a good chance that you would just die. Exactly. Also, listen, I sneeze when I look at the sun, so I could kind of control this on purpose. You know what I mean? It'd be really funny though, because I always sneeze 3 times, so it'd be like, achoo, achoo, achoo. And like, I can already imagine the movie effect right now where like, it's like flipping a switch every time you sneeze and like the whole lighting changes. Honestly, amazing. Amazing. Yeah, can't get stuck in jail. Exactly. See, now Goblin, now you're thinking with crime. You got your crime hat on. True. Improve your physical health by 50%. Improve your mental health by 50%. I think physical health for me, because chronic illness. I think physical because chronic illness. Also, my mental's like not awful. It's like I have days, but like I think chronic illness, anything that like gives me extra oomph on that is like, yeah, I think this one. It's got to be this one for me. I totally understand the mental though. This one, yeah, a 50-50 split I think is pretty reasonable. What happened to my model? Somebody turned me into a gremlin. Listen. Be a supervillain, be a superhero? Let me ask. Are there superheroes if I become a supervillain? Actually, a gay villain, not a straight one. What's the difference? Yeah. Like, define supervillain. There's a lot of supervillains that like aren't actually all that bad. They might be bad for society, but who says I'm fighting crime? Base, that's true. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, probably. Yeah, probably. But the villain is like... But listen, Oikawa's not a villain. He's an antagonist. So... realistically, I choose superhero, but like, if I could be Magneto and just fucking smite some people that deserve to be smote, and then like the pansy ass good guys are like, that's wrong, then I'm a supervillain. Fuck it. You know what I mean? I'd take over the government and be a benevolent dictator. Ideal superhero. Yeah, be the Dr. Doom of it all. Yeah. Honestly, probably, I guess. Boo. Have $10 billion, but only be able to donate it. Only make money from donations your entire life. Well, that... okay, first of all, the second one's just being a VTuber. But, like, this one is, like... these are both debuffs. These are both debuffs, but, like, this one's an active debuff. You know what I mean? What the fuck? 10 billion. Yeah, like, easy. This one's easy. Like, the $10 billion that you can spend on the charities and research foundations of your choice, easy. Yeah, this prompt doesn't understand economics. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what? Like, what the fuck? The 35% are streamers, okay? Be the only person that doesn't get to live forever. Be the only person that gets to live forever. Okay, the question is... so, like, basically just curse everyone else. Like, does this mean you literally can't die? If we're going with, like, true, infinite, unlit, like, listen, if you cannot be killed in any way... this is awful. This is awful. Limited time. Yeah, like, right. My personal value skyrocketed. Everybody's going to be looking for me for the death cure. And by the death cure, I mean the cure that gives you death. Yeah, is it immortal plus invincible, or is it just elf? Yeah, exactly. That's always the question it gets down to. To live forever. Guess I'm going to assume that you're not invincible. I think if you're not invincible, then this one. I think it's this one. It was literally just reading a time travel webtoon where the MCs are immortal, or at least, yeah. I think I'm going to assume that you can die if you try. If you really try, then I think it's this one. But if it's literally no one can die ever from anything, fuck it. I'm selfish. I'm going to go with this one. Die if you try. That's my slogan. Have no fingernails or have no eyelashes? Ew. Ew. I think eyelashes. I know that eyelashes are important for eye health, but I feel like glasses and maybe like fake eyelashes together. It's kind of, yeah, it's just the prompt again. Yeah, I agree. Maybe if the fingernails was like, no, like, not like they were stripped off, but that you, not that they were stripped off, but it was just like fleshy, then like, then it would be no fingernails. But I was kind of assuming that like the vulnerable spot underneath is still like vulnerable, and that's what's fucked up. Live a lonely but saintly life, have lots of friends, but be a slightly bad person. This is this one easy. I'm already that. That's yeah, but the fake fingernails exist by gluing them onto your real fingernails. I don't want to be a saint, all right? I just want to be fine. Maybe I'm left already, but chaotic. Be the funniest person alive, be the most attractive person alive. Funniest, 100%. First of all, because being funny is attractive. Second of all, because being funny involves wit, which means that you're also the wittiest person alive. I'm already up there. This is just me, like plus, turbo plus. Easy. Easy. True. Ain't no shot. No shot. Okay. Wrestle a bear or an alligator? Alligator. You have a chance of winning against an alligator. Very, very, very slim chance against an alligator. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Localist. With an alligator, they are not strong enough to open their jaws if you hold them shut. They can snap their jaws and tear your fucking leg off and kill you. But you can wrestle a gator. You can. You cannot wrestle. You will not wrestle a bear. Is the bear a gay man? I mean, true, then that's a totally different. That's a different one. Be an amazing pianist or an amazing drummer. I'm already an amazing drummer. You should see me hitting everything. A drummer. That's more up my alley anyway. I've always liked percussion and the beat. Pianist is cool, but I don't care that much. They're both cool. They're both cool. I have the soul of a drummer though, more than a pianist. I'd probably drive everyone else crazy. I already do that though. Ah, okay. I guess everybody thinks pianists are more elegant and refined. Yeah, he knows. Only eat salty food, only eat sugary food. Fuck, that's a problem because I love both of these. I think salty. Because there's lots of foods that would work for diabetes that aren't sugary. They're just high in carb. It's salt. I love sugary food, but I already can eat salty food more anyway, so. I love, yeah, that's exactly it. Yes, exactly, Velveta. I like both, but there's a lot more variety with salty foods. That's why we're such a perfect pair stick. Be a vampire hunter? Be a vampire? Easy, be a vampire. Bitch, this is so easy. Easiest. 0 questions. I don't even have to ponder. 43% of people are wrong. Exactly. Immortal, can turn into a bat, has superpowers, doesn't see the sun. Easy. Easy. Can die if you want to. Easy. Fine. Never have to work again. Never have to clean again. Are you fucking kidding me? Never have to work again. What the fuck? What? What? First of all, cleaning is work. So this is just a superset. Okay, listen. Some of these people that write these prompts are dumb as fuck. Shatter the minds of people that you speak to. Okay, I already do that. Severely beat up people that you touch. This one. There are multiple methods of communication, but nothing quite beats the sensation of touch. Like, as not just as a human being. This one. Easy. I think this is an easy choice. Would you rather reveal so much not about the player, but yeah, only the player, but the creators too? Yes, true also. That's true. I have so much practice beating myself. Plus, I mean, this is kind of just a sick superpower. This is kind of just a sick superpower. Like, this one, you can never receive medical care. Think about that. Just think about that. This is cool. I like this one. What? That's insane. Yeah, the first one makes you an old one. It's just a straight buff. Win an Olympic medal, win an Academy Award. I think Academy Award. I don't know. I feel like this side is much closer to the type of pursuits that I want to engage in. And winning an Olympic medal is cool, but I'm not an athlete. Like, not in the way that I'd want that to define my entire life. That's, yeah, the which lifestyle does one imply or the other? That's for me. It's about the kind of life I would be living. And Olympic athletes, they're built fucking different, and I'm just not that kind of person. So like, it's not about the award, it's about everything surrounding how you got it and where you go afterwards. I did play soccer, and I am a competitive person, but I don't want sports to be my identity. You know what I mean? Sports is something that I did because I'm competitive and they're fun, but not something that I wanted to be like, I'm going to be the best soccer player in the world. Like, that's not, I'm much more on a mental and social side of preference. That's what keeps me interested and engaged in life and society, is talking to people and learning things and working on my own mental and charisma. Like, all of those things are the type of person that I am and aspire to be. Whereas like the sports is just something that I did that I enjoyed, you know? Ads. It's okay. I will take a break. It's okay. I need to stretch. Anyway, BRB. Why did I just come back to reading Yatzilla? Sheesh. Couldn't be me. Sheesh. All right. I'm talking about how if you were Godzilla, you would start an OnlyFans. Okay. Okay. Listen. Okay. Spend a night on the ocean or spend a night in the forest. I've done both. Are we, I mean, are we talking like, what kind of accommodations are we talking about here? Like, on the ocean implies that you're on some sort of vessel, right? Yeah, like, are we talking like you have a safe place to sleep and it's just a matter of preference? Are we talking like camping versus, what would you, like camping versus like pleasure craft boating, I guess? Maybe? Oh, you can't be floating in the water.
Afraid of the ocean, goblin corn. How quaint. I bet you're scared of your own shadow too. Stick to your safe little world. The ocean doesn't need someone as cowardly as you. Kuso.
Calix, how are you doing? It's been a while. How are you doing? Calix is one of my V siblings. They are a delightful Fae content creator. Yeah, Hex used Ksop. I gave Hex a couple of things to end her insults on, including nothing. So, you know, if we're assuming that it's nice, I think the ocean. I like both though. I like both forests and oceans. I think that there's a kind of tranquility with the ocean. And a kind of beauty of being out at sea. But I also love the forest. It's kind of tough, honestly. I don't know. Actually, I might go forest. If I'm assuming like a cabin versus a cruise, I think a nice cabin in the woods is. I think I'm gonna go forest. Pretty even split though. I mean, I like both. Yeah. This one. I'm not gonna get into this too much, but like, having been on both ends, this one. I would prefer this one, even if it's very. It's certainly easier on the diabetes. I'll tell you that much. So. Yeah. Even so, no matter how much you're talking, I still think it is easier to gain weight than lose weight. Even, and not to take anything away from people that have eating disorders. Because if you have an eating disorder, it's very difficult no matter what. Period. But there are a lot of foods that are very unhealthy, but have a lot of calories in them. And it is very difficult to be very hungry all the time and want so badly to eat and not be able to. And having, again, like I said, I've been in both positions. I've never been like anorexic skinny, but again, if we're talking like a severe mental disorder, it's going to be really difficult either way. You know, but have your mind serve as an iPod so you can listen to music anytime, be able to watch your dreams on television. This is weird. Velveta, that's an amazing detail. Oh wait, no, that was Sticks. Amazing, even better. I almost never remember my dreams, so it'd be really interesting to see if I actually am just having dreams and I just have zero memory of them ever. Could be kind of interesting. But I think just listen to music at any time, I think is just like practical. Like, I don't care that much. Yeah, it could be a problem if they're nightmares. Yeah, true. I think this one, this is kind of just basic. It's kind of a basic utility, but I was thinking that you could kind of like, what's it called? Like brain dance from Cyberpunk. It was embarrassing how you randomly hear my voice in the dream at the wrong moment. Amazing. Listen. It just means I'm deep in your subconscious. Have everything you eat taste like chicken. Have every voice you hear sound like Kanye West. This is so hard. This is so hard because one of them I really, really don't want. And the other one, it's like you're giving up so much flavor. Like, what? Like, I guess tastes like chicken because it, like, can still be different kinds of chicken, I guess. And there's a lot of things that, like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, oh, true. Yeah, it would ruin all music. Oh, yeah, nah. Yeah, I think this one. Yeah, Kanye's losing, thank Christ. Live in the town. Oh, interesting. This is not quite the same as the one we had before. Well, easy for me. Easy for me. If you eat ass, does it taste like chicken? Let's go! The buff! You guzzling that chum, it tastes like chicken, baby. You got that Glock 9000? Let's see. Have the IQ of everyone in the world combined? Oh, no. Oh, this is dumb. Why would you? No. Yeah, this one, easy. Easy. Ain't no way. Oh, whoa, sticks. What? You want to have like a trillion IQ? I think that would be the worst thing in the universe. All the money, all the money. I would rather be as smart as I am now and never have to worry about any problems ever than like be so smart that humanity can't even define consciousness anymore. But it's not even that, right? Because assuming that like it's additive, and maybe it's not, but if you assume that it's additive, your IQ would be so incalculably huge that like I don't think you could even function as a human being. You know what I mean? Maybe if it was like have the highest IQ in the world that exists or something like that, then maybe, but like additive is ooh. Oh, Yeah, a creature from Bloodborne at that point? Exactly. Like you couldn't even imagine. It's like unimaginable what that would do to you as a person. I guess this one. I feel like there's a lot of things you can do about this one. Like, if it's really awful, you can just, like, being a spouse does not necessarily prescribe any set of behaviors to you. Being unable to do anything for money other than what somebody else has decided for you is, like... Interesting. Die before or after your partner. Huh. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. This is hard. Like, Yeah, I guess after. I honestly don't necessarily have super strong feelings about it either way. Like, because both have big downsides, right? Yeah, I don't know. Either way, it's kind of rough. Even split, though. Even split. Turn every non-essential item you've ever bought. Uh-oh. Never be able to buy anything non-essential again? Oh. What? So this is just a temporary, and this one is for the rest of your life? You just, like... What? This one, then, obviously. There's no question. This one, you literally could never have anything non-essential ever again other than what you have right now. I guess maybe the workaround is if someone gives you something. Yeah, first you can just rebuy them. Like, this is easily workaroundable. This is not. This one. That's a bad question. 35% of people haven't thought about it. Never be able to say no, never be able to say yes. Boy. I was gonna say, I already have a hard time saying no to people a lot of the time. I think this one. I think that you can still express your desires, even if you can't say no, but you can utilize your words not to say no, but to say, I don't want you to put me in this position in the future, right? I think that you can have that discussion with somebody and still lay out boundaries, but still have to say yes if they ask. Alternatively, maybe. Never say yes because I'll just say maybe instead. I end up saying I don't know half the time anyway. Left is a shonen adventure anime, right is a shoujo romance. True. I think this one though. This one you can still have boundaries. You can still have boundaries even if like a person who's an asshole can trample them. Have a permanent clown nose. This is a buff. Why would you? What? This is dumb. This is a buff. Easy. Yeah, look at that. Listen. Be stranded in North Korea for 50 years, spend 50 years of jail in Russia. Obviously this one. North Korea isn't jail. It's bad. I wouldn't want to be in either, but being in jail and being in a country that does not possess freedom is very different. This is silly. You could be a farmer in North Korea or whatever. Like, the fuck? If this was a much shorter time, if this was like 50 years and this was 10 years, then you might have a question. Grow a pumpkin-sized nose when you lie. Grow donkey ears when you're jealous. Ooh. I like this one just because it's interesting. I like this one, actually. Honestly, maybe this will help me identify internal insecurities. Like, I'm just like, oh, them donkey ears growing? Man, I guess that's jealousy I'm feeling. Donkey ears will really get jealous. Donkey ears, way less ugly and way less inconvenient. Yeah, exact. Also, it happens way less often. Live without the internet, live without air conditioning and heating. Ooh. This one. I live in an area that's temperate enough that I can do that. I would prefer not to, but I could. I need the internet. Yep, need the internet. Yeah, I've lived without AC. I've lived without AC for years and years and years, actually. I didn't have AC in my home until this home. All the rest of my life, I never had AC. So, you know. And then heating, you just wear more clothes. I don't even really need heating that much. Not where I live anyway. Obviously, in like some places, you can't survive without one or the other. But, you know, not where I live. Yeah, exactly. Like, tons of people don't even have AC. Live the same day over and over again for 1 year. Lose a year off your life. I think one. This is kind of an interesting question, but it's very different things that you're weighing. Is this maddening? Yes. But there are upsides. Think about the catharsis. Yeah, think about the catharsis of just fucking losing it one time. Also, think about what knowledge you could gain that other people don't know that you've gained in that time. Or afterwards. Now, maybe you don't know that it's not gonna, that it's gonna end, but like, you know, you could get some lottery numbers. You could do all sorts of things, assuming that time resumes afterwards. Although actually, maybe not quite, because like, because it's the same day. So like, I guess you couldn't really like win the lottery, but I mean, I guess that does make it a little bit harder, but like, even so, you could still learn some pretty important things, I think, that could help you. Same day you could break into the lottery container. That's true. Yeah, it depends on what time of day they do that stuff. There are daily lotteries you could win. That's true too. Yeah. Things like that. There's all sorts of stuff like that that you could do. And also, again, like there's some cathartic like relief and interesting factor of like, you could go anywhere that you can travel within a day and then be back. Yeah, I think this one. I think this one for sure. Especially if you knew it lasted a year. Especially if you knew it lasted a year. Yeah. Yeah, you could read a lot of books. Yeah, anything that you learn, you still retain. Have the ability to transform into anything or anyone. Have the ability to gain any skill instantly. I think any skill if you can repeat it. I think any skill. I think skill. I can see the appeal of this one, especially if you're trans, obviously. But any skill, especially if it's repeat, you can gain any skill you want, then this one. For sure. For sure. Shapeshifting's very cool. You know, I don't know. I guess you could like shapeshift into maybe certain very wealthy presidents that are hard to expect anything other than sheer chaos from, and then just like, you know, do some chaos. But I think any skill.
Easy choice because you have no skills. Barker.
Got him. Travel by yourself, travel with family as a choice? Which family? Cause like wife, I would rather travel with my wife than not. If it was like also including our parents, by myself, I guess. Yeah, it depends on who in the family. It also depends on where. Yeah. This is kind of a weird one because like it removes agency from people, right? Like if you travel by yourself, then that means that like a loved one can't go at the same time as you, right? I guess. I don't know. The left is selfish, yeah. But again, it depends on how many people are going, you know? I don't know. I guess family, because again, it would be my wife, and like you can always do different plans in the vacation. You don't always have to do the same thing with everyone on a vacation. So I guess I'll go with this one. But I see the appeal on both. It's fair choice. Oh, both of these are awful. Both of these are awful. Listen, I'm a Marvel guy. I've never liked DC. Ever. Yeah. I've never liked DC. I don't like most of their heroes. I don't like the structure from what I've seen of a lot of their stories, in that I like that a lot of Marvel stories are about normal people that are shackled with tremendous burdens or responsibilities or allegories for the real world, whereas I feel like a lot of DC characters are tremendously powerful and or wealthy people whose struggle is to not be corrupted by it. And I find the first kind of story much more interesting and relatable than just like, I'm amazing and my struggle is contending with the fact that I could solve all my problems, but I shouldn't do it that way. I don't like those kinds of stories. Maybe it depends on which characters. Like Marvel has real magic too. Like that's there's real magic in both of them. I find on the whole Marvel characters, or at least all the ones that I know, which to be fair, there's literally thousands and thousands of them that I don't know, but so many more of them have so much more personal, I don't know, they just feel so much more personable to me. And I've never really found any of the like star DC characters interesting ever. Read All-Star Superman, good Flash stories. Honestly, I don't like a lot of the heroes that are like the strong heroes, just in general. So already Flash, Superman kind of out. I like a lot of the X-Men that aren't the super powerful X-Men, and I think it's a huge mistake that X-Men made some of the more normal like mutants into Omega mutants. Like when I heard that Iceman is an Omega level mutant now, I fucking lost it. Like I fucking lost it, okay? It's yeah, they're just nice people. I mean, sure. It's I guess I get it, but that's just a problem with all superhero stuff, like inflating way beyond its intended, or like beyond its beginnings with the upping of the power scale infinitely. Make sure that if you want to read up more on this, you look up superhero inflation. Watchmen is good. I mean, it's not like everything in it is bad. It's just on the whole. Thank you, Velveta. I'm sorry you lost power. Listen, light up some candles, do some pagan rituals, and perform some witchcraft in my name. I mean, listen, Watchmen is DC. I don't necessarily want to be in the Watchmen. You know what I mean? Honestly, both are awful, though. Like, if you had to live in that world and didn't have power, like, the amount of times those worlds get almost annihilated on the daily is terrifying. Be able to explore the universe, be able to explore the unknowns of the Earth. Universe. I think that's easy. Who's my favorite Marvel hero of the OG Avengers? Who are the OG Avengers? I honestly don't even remember. Because the movies have like polluted my brains. My favorite like Marvel character in general is Spider-Man. Thor, Cap, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hulk, Hawkeye. I wasn't sure if it was the same as the movie. I from the movies I could have told you that, but like I didn't remember honestly in the comics. Yeah, universe hands down, because there's at least some habitable worlds out there, and this implies like some sort of super ability to transport or travel undiscovered by humanity. So this one. Oh, you only know the movies? Oh, okay, fair. Oh god. Let me think. Of the movies, it's tough. I don't particularly like the movie's depictions of most of those characters. I should say. Maybe Thor. Well, I like Thor because he goes through an interesting journey of being a profoundly flawed human effectively, to having to like deal with becoming a good leader. I feel like a lot of that's just polluted though by like further movies making weirdly bad decisions for all of the characters. I like Captain America a lot because of his like fish out of water story of like different ethics from different time periods. But I also think that he absolutely falls on the wrong side of history in some of the modern problems. It's... yeah. I don't know, because like Thor's not like a relatable person, but neither are like most of the Avengers. I don't like that. I've always disliked that Hawkeye and Black Widow are in the Avengers because it's just fucking silly. You know, it's very contrived that two regular ass humans are in here with like four superhero, like super god hero people. Hawkeye's a nice guy, I guess, you know. Tony Stark is everything that's wrong with like independent billionaires controlling the world. But also, all right, here's a hot take. Yeah, he just has a suit that makes him practically invulnerable. Yeah, exactly. Here's a hot take. Both of them were wrong in Civil War in the movies. But Captain America was more wrong, which gets a lot of hate online, I think. But his entire point is fucking stupid. Like Tony Stark made many bad things happen because of Tony Stark's ego. But the entire point of Civil War was that the governments of the world were like, hey, we're not going to allow a private military complex of a dozen people with superpowers that can destroy the earth just walk around and do whatever they want, wherever they want, and have nobody that they are accountable to. And I think on the whole, that is a very reasonable sentiment. I think it's completely unreasonable to be like, oh, well, you know, they're a superhero, so they just crossed into Libya and blew up some buildings. You know, shucks, I guess they gotta be okay with that. And you're like, fuck no, sorry. So like the idea that like superheroes should just be unaccountable is actually a weirdly like super like anarchist take that is like actually a might makes right take, because they're like, we're so strong that you shouldn't be allowed to give us any rules. His actual take is brain dead, and Tony's take, essentially saying like we need to have some sort of system of accountability, is true. Now, Captain America is right that, you know, bureaucrats are corruptible, yada, yada, yada. Absolutely true. No argument there. But the superheroes aren't the ones writing the accords, brother. They are basically saying, I will follow the law or I won't. And him saying, I'm not going to sign it does not like make him exempt from the law. You know, that's like some sovereign citizen bullshit. I don't know if you know what sovereign citizens are. If you don't, please. Good God. Probably just stay in America and obey American laws. Just saying, yeah, exactly. It honestly, I still think it doesn't work for Captain America. Like it works because we know that he has good intentions, but honestly, that is not how like democracy works. You know what I mean? And a lot of the time it's a matter of perspective. Like the American military industrial complex exerts control and pressure on the world in ways that are very unjust. And so somebody that might be viewed as a bad person that he would be like, quote, morally right to stop is maybe not quite as simple as that. You know, but anyway, the whole conflict was very ham-fisted anyway, but Captain America was actually fucking ridiculous in that movie. And I will never think otherwise. I will never think otherwise. Also, it was way more severe in the comics, like, because the comics, Tony Stark went full on registration of like everyone with any superhuman ability goes on a list, no matter what they do with it or don't do with it. And that can be monitored and whatever by all the governments, like way more surveillance statey. And that is a position I can argue about, right? It's a frequent argument in the X-Men, but anyway, let's see. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? I'm Grybok, digital vampire, elder gamer, elder millennial, and we are doing some Would You Rather, and we've gotten into a tangent talking about DC and Marvel. How are you doing, and how was Cassette Beasts? How is that going? My cat is on the table behind me, knowing he's not supposed to be there. It felt so hard for Pietro in Age of Ultron, yet he only comes in that one movie. Yeah, that's because he's in both franchises, which is extremely funny. I find it extremely funny that the reason he's in that one and then dies is because he's an X-Man. But they also managed to simultaneously argue that he's an Avenger because he was also an Avenger, and the entire legal clusterfuck of having the Avengers not owned by the same studio or the same like movie company that owns the X-Men, when several X-Men are Avengers and also Spider-Man is an Avenger, is so fucking funny. And the legal fights that come out of it is so funny. It's stupid as hell, but like so funny. It's so funny to me. Anyway, that's why he died, because he's an X-Man. Honestly, so is Scarlet Witch. I'm kind of surprised that Scarlet Witch hasn't died either. The new Marvel movies have not been as good. No, I honestly have stopped caring at all. Spider-Man is like still MCU basically, but like only by tacit agreement, not because they own him. You know what I mean? They sort of like, Sony just keeps agreeing to let the MCU handle it because they make much better movies than Sony does. So, he's in the cinematic universe, but he's not owned by the Marvel Studios. He is only there because Sony is allowing him to be there because they make them fuck tons of money. But, yeah, the movie rights do belong in their entirety to Sony. And they collaborate because it ends up banking them a lot of money, but they don't have to. They could just say no, and then we just don't see Spider-Man ever again in the MCU. Which is weird. I also don't really like, I don't like the Scarlet Witch that much, mostly because I don't like characters whose abilities are just like literally you can do whatever you want. Because it's just insane. I just don't like characters that are that powerful. You take a picture of me for a drawing? I mean, I can send you some screen caps later. Anyway, all right, we can get back to the game here though. Oh, I already said, be able to explore the universe. The, like, near infinite possibilities is so much more exciting and interesting. Yeah, 6139, reasonable. Reasonable. It's fair for some people to not want to leave Earth. That's fine. Yeah, but, like, Scarlet Witch can, Goblin. I mean, especially in the comics. She literally just, like, reset the entire, like, comic book universe. And... like, just redid everything, and they literally used her powers to be an explanation of an entire universe reboot. Like, have your home infested with rats or your home infested with snakes? I'm gonna say rats. I think rats. Rats are annoying, but I'm less worried about them. I don't know. Well, the thing with Scarlet Witch is she's also one of those characters that's gotten power crept. Because, like, she used to just be, again, she was one of those, like, oh, I mess with probability. And then they're like, well, actually, probability doesn't really exist. So if you can mess with probability, you can just make anything happen. And then she did, basically. So I think Scarlet Witch is mostly a power creep issue. Always have the best hair or always have the best outfit? Oh, it's the drip. Come on. I really don't care that much about either. But if my fit could be, like, mad good, my hair's fine. My hair's fine. Yeah, I think this one's easy. 60-40, everyone agrees. Exactly. Cut your hair short so it's fine. Ability to heal yourself and not others. Ability to heal others and not yourself. I picked this one. Again, chronic illness, and also this is fine. I'm fine. Sorry, others. If I could pick, I don't care. Chronic illness skews all answers. Listen, you can still have chronic illnesses when you're inside. Autoimmune disorders, spare no one. Be stuck outside all your life, be stuck inside all your life. I literally already am this one. Easy. It's just pandemic super plus. Why did that turn black? That was weird. Cheat on someone or be cheated on? Both are fucked up. How do you even I mean, it's like, because, like, if you're reframing it, it's basically saying, would you rather viscerally betray someone or have someone viscerally betray you? I guess I would rather be cheated on because it means that I am not compromising myself as a person. I guess. Like, I guess. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like, well, that's the thing, though. Even though, Goblin, like, if you're in a poly relationship, you can still cheat because there are boundaries in poly relationships, and cheating means that you are breaking the boundary. Like, being in a poly relationship and having sex with people that it is, like, established to be okay with isn't cheating. Like, that's just part of your relationship. I guess I'd rather cheat. Have $1 billion, get 1 penny, and double it every day? Well, let's just do some fucking math here. Let's see. 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128. So it's 7 days to get your first dollar. So then it's like 14 days to get $14. I feel like this isn't going to take very long to get to $1 billion. Yeah, this question doesn't understand exponentiation. It's this one. It only takes like a month. Yeah, exactly. Like well, like days. I mean, Like, it's a number of days before it gets to 1 billion, but not very many. What's like okay, let me just pull out a calculator. I'm gonna do like 2 to the 30th, right? 2, can I do this? No. What is 2 to the 30th? 2 to the 30th. Oh yeah, it's a month. Yeah, fuck. No, it's literally like a month gets you to like 100 million, and then like 3 more days gets you to 1 billion. It's like actually so insane. It is actually so, like, that is the power of doubling. Like, doubling every day is so fast. Like, it's inconceivable. And again, we talked about compound interest. That's why compound interest is so powerful, even when you're only talking a couple percent. But when you're doubling every day, that's insane. Yeah. Because 2 to the 30th was 1,073,000,000 something. But since it's starting with pennies, that would be that many pennies. So you just knock 2 off. You knock 2 digits off. So that's 10. Yeah, that's $10 million in 1 month. And the billion comes so fast after that. Like, that's, yeah, a month, and then it would be 20 million, then 40 million, then 80, then 160, then 320. So yeah, it's like a month and a week, like 5 weeks to have the same amount of money, and then you double every day after that. This is assuming that banks don't get to touch your money, and they can't, like, you know, like, if the only inflationary factor is if you spend it. 34% of people don't understand math. Let's go. Become any character from any game. Become any character from any anime. Oh, I mean, anime. I don't think there's any games where you're as powerful as some anime characters. Like, that's anime. Easy. Aren't VTubers anime people? Yeah, right? Yeah. I become myself. I mean, Doom Guy, sure, but like, there's anime, like, well, I wouldn't want to be Doom Guy. There's way more powerful anime characters than Kratos. Like, Jesus. Game for a 3D form? 3D's overrated. Be forced to dance every time you hear music. Be forced to sing along to any song you hear. I mean, I kind of already do that sometimes, so I think it's fine. There's a game character that becomes God, but it's a major spoiler if you nail the game. I mean, but even so, there's like anime characters that are... I mean, there's anime gods. It doesn't say you had to be a protagonist. What if it was a character from Final Fantasy VII? Yeah, but like, I wouldn't want to become one of them. I would want to fuck all of them. You know? Have all of your family hate you? Have everyone but your family hate you? I think this one. As long as we're going on like real definitions of family, I think the entire world is like too much to bear. You know what I mean? I think this one. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, too many people. Listen to music from the 80s and 90s, assuming I don't already do that. Listen to music from the 2010s and 2020s. Yeah, I don't listen to music from the 2010s and 2020s. Easy. Because I'm old and out of touch. I love how the 2000s just got left out, though. You know what I mean? 80s and 90s. What happened to 2000 to 2010? Because that's like actually my main peak of music is like the 2010s or the 2000s rather. Yeah, but like whatever. That's like one thing that I do. Live in a world without the internet, live in a world without music. This one. Don't you need the internet? No, I mean music would also include singing and stuff, but like nah. Too important for me. Be a sports champion, be a memory champion. I guess memory champion. Well, yeah, whatever that means. Drink cold drinks in winter, drink hot drinks in summer. Oh, cold drinks in winter. I already do that. I drink warm drinks in winter also, but I drink cold drinks in winter. Drinking hot drinks in summer, that's just increasing your suffering. This is, yeah, my body runs warm. I am always warm. So like drinking cold drinks is not a problem. Drinking hot drinks when I'm already warm is like, no way. Bonding with your Oshi real time, baby. Live alone on a secluded island, live in an overpopulated city. Easy, this one. Obviously, hot as fuck. Have a medieval house, have a modern house. Why would I want a medieval house? There's no internet. Easy. Oh, I mean, listen, a secluded island is gonna have problems with like any daily needs ever. Like, damn. Yeah, modern home. If I could have a combo, if I could have an upscaled like medieval style construction, but with like modern things like heating and cooling and internet and electricity and plumbing wiring and like plumbing and wiring and everything, then I would do that. But like, it's like aesthetically it's medieval. Practically it's modern. Sorry. Fly first class for every commercial flight, private jet for every flight, but only be able to bring 50% of the luggage. What does that mean? 50% of the luggage. Like 50% of what you want to bring? Like how only pack half of what you need? Is that, I mean, like the reason this is hard is because I already pack really light. You know what I mean? I basically pack, if I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, I'll pack like 4 shirts and like 4 pairs of, or like 5 pairs of underwear and like a couple pairs of pants and a sweater. And then I pack like medical stuff and that's pretty much it. So I already pack really light compared to a lot of people. Carry on. I already only do carry on. That's the thing. I almost never check bags. The only time I ever check bags is when I check a bag because I'm going to buy shit to fill it with on the way back, like I did to Japan. Buy the other half stuff at your destination? Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, if it's just one bag, if it's like half normal flight capacity, then private jet.
100%. Put me in a jar. Oh my goodness. Again? All right, well, this is probably going to be a good time to end it out after I get out of the jar. I was looking for a good stopping point and ads are coming, so we'll do the jar. 0 days since the last jar incident. I know. Always have a runny, stuffy nose. Always have a mild, dry cough. Oh, stuffy, runny nose. 100%. Cough is actually so damaging to your lungs and throat. Like, this would actually physically harm you and could legitimately give you cancer. This is just annoying. This is just annoying, and that's it. And I say the cancer thing, I'm not positive on it, but I know that there have been studies that show that basically people that damage their vocal cords, like damaging your organs and muscles, like increases the odds of getting cancer in various ways. Yeah, I'd rather be wet than dry. Got 'em. Easy clap.
Oh, Op plays games, always trying to be funny. But we all know Greyback prefers to stay dry. Unlike you, he's got some sense. Keep trying, maybe you'll land a joke someday. Kuso Buta.
Kuso Buta. Spend your entire summer on the beach. Spend your entire summer in the mountain. Oh, the mountains. Mountains. Way cooler. Way easier. Mountains. Easy clap. Boo, beach people. Always consciously breathe. Always consciously blink. I feel like if you have to always consciously breathe, you die because you can't sleep. Blank. Have been born 10 years earlier or been born 10 years later? Oh. That's really tough, actually. That's really tough. I don't know. I think 10 years later. 10 years later. Then I'd be all of your ages. Listen, money 10 years earlier isn't necessarily better either. Like, because the problem is that, well, for a lot of you 10 years earlier, you'd be my age, and a lot of us had some real problems in the housing crash of 2008. Housing prices always go up over time. That's the thing. Like, there are swells in the market and crashes in the market, and if you buy during a swell, you're gonna have a bad time.
And if you buy during a crash, you're gonna have a good time. And yes, they always go up over time, but like everything goes up over time to an extent. And I don't know. I think I would choose to be born 10 years later, be born a little bit closer to modern times. I don't know. That's hard. I just don't want to be 10 years older right now. You know what I mean? Like I think that the world is in a really exciting place in a lot of ways. Really scary too, but I really don't need to have experienced all of the 80s also. I mean, the thing is, Goblin, most people my age, which again, I don't remember how old you are, but if you were born 10 years earlier, you'd be about my age. Most people my age also don't have a house. Like the vast majority my age don't have a house. Like we lived through a lot of shit that like right when we were entering the job market that has permanently stunted our generation as well. And like, millennials are the first generation that's basically going to like be less prosperous than their prior generations in a long time, in like many generations. So like being born like just a little bit earlier isn't necessarily going to help you that much, and it might mean that your skill set is going to be much easier to be replaced and you're going to have a harder time adapting to it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Gen Alpha will do better than Gen Z. Maybe. I mean, that's the thing. It's so hard to predict with technology that I think that's more where I'm coming from, is that being born closer to this technological singularity that we are entering is, I think, going to be a bigger asset. And I feel that a large change is coming. But the entirety of my life has basically been ruled by the choices of the boomers, who still are fucking in charge of things, and it's going to be a larger percentage of my life. And I think that a lot of millennials and Gen Z and Gen Alpha are going to make much better political decisions and economic decisions for the country and the world. But we need to get into power, and I think being born closer in time to when that happens, which is being born later, is going to be a net positive. Yeah. Gen Z coup, let's go. Yeah, right. Also, to say nothing of the healthcare. Again, I didn't even think about that. Boomers will harvest the Mako to gain immortality while making avocado toast jokes. Based. Oh, what the fuck? Lose the ability to use GPS. That one. This is easy. All right, I'm gonna look for somebody to raid out to, because it's about time. Oh, the ads. Nar. I know, right? Perfectly cut off by ads. Let's see. Let's see if he will let me raid. Oh, he's just quitting. All right, never mind. That would be funny, though. That would be funny to do, Lando. We'll do Sigmund again.